All right, let's dive right in. We are smack in the middle of one of the biggest, most, mind-bending conversations of our time, artificial intelligence. Is this our greatest invention, or are we looking at the dawn of a completely new kind of existence? So to really get to the heart of it, we're going to unpack this fascinating debate between two heavyweights, historian Yuval Noah Harari and philosopher John Lennox.
And right off the bat, Harari drops this absolute bombshell of a quote. Look, this isn't just about a smarter calculator or some clever new software. He's framing AI as a totally new kind of entity, one with a level of autonomy we've just never, ever seen in our tools before. I mean, it's a statement that's designed to make us sit up and really pay attention to what's at stake here.
And that really brings us to the core tension of this whole debate. Are we still the ones holding the knife, so to speak? Or has the knife started to develop a mind of its own? That is the fundamental question that really separates these two thinkers, Harari and Lennox.
So let's start with Harari's side of things, his big provocation. He's basically arguing that we've crossed some kind of monumental threshold with technology, and we really, really need to wake up and understand just how different this new reality actually is.
So for Harari, the crucial point is this big shift from tool to agent. Think about it like this. A hammer is a tool, right? It just sits there. It does absolutely nothing until you pick it up and swing it. But AI? Well, AI, he argues, can now learn on its own, it can change, and it can act. It's not a passive instrument anymore. It's an active participant making its own choices inside our world.
Okay, so if it's learning and making choices, that leads us directly to a much older, much deeper question, but one that has a brand new urgency now. What does it actually mean to think? I mean, have machines finally actually achieved it?
Well, Harari offers a pretty functional definition here. He basically says, look, what do we do when we think? We put words in order, we form sentences, we build arguments, and when he sees AI doing exactly that, he concludes that, hey, by this measure, it's not just thinking, it's already surpassing us.
But hold on a second. John Lennox immediately pushes back on this hard. He argues this is a profound misunderstanding of what's going on. For him, AI isn't thinking, it's simulating. It's like a super high-tech parrot. It can arrange all the words perfectly, but it has absolutely zero understanding of what a bird or a cracker actually is.
And right there, you can see the divide just laid bare. For Harari, if it looks like thinking and acts like thinking, well, it's a form of thinking. But for Lennox, there's a critical ingredient missing, genuine comprehension. That inner world of meaning that we all associate with consciousness.
Okay, so this brings us to the next layer of the debate. If AI is mastering language, the very foundation of our civilization, what in the world does that mean for our future?
Well, Harari takes his argument to its pretty startling logical conclusion. Think about it. Law, religion, politics, our entire culture, pretty much all of human civilization is built on words, on language. And if AI is the new master of language, he predicts it's going to inevitably take over all of these domains. But again, Lennox counters this by bringing us back to that key idea, simulation. He points out that even AI researchers themselves have historically called this the imitation game, right? That's a nod to Alan Turing. The goal was never to create intelligence, but to effectively mimic it. It's a performance, an act, no matter how convincing it gets. And this really gets to the core of his objection. Lennox basically says, look, how can we possibly build a truly intelligent machine when we don't even have a scientific grasp on the one thing that makes us intelligent, consciousness? I mean, that inner world of experience, of meaning, science still struggles to even define it, let alone replicate it. So how can you build something you don't even understand in the first place?
Okay, so from this pretty deep philosophical debate, Lennox then pivots to what he sees as the more immediate, tangible, dangerous. The stuff that he thinks gets lost in all the hype about superintelligent machines in the future.
See, for Lennox, the real danger isn't robots taking over. It's how humans, are going to use this new power. He points to a few major concerns. First, this idea of reducing humanity to just being another machine. Second, the potential for unchecked surveillance. AI is the ultimate tool for control. Third, a global power struggle, a race to use AI for domination. And finally, this dangerous idea of bypassing morality to create some kind of techno-utopia that ignores the messiness of human nature. These aren't just growing pains to him, they are fundamental threats.
And just to hammer this point home, he brings up this quote from Vladimir Putin. This isn't some distant sci-fi movie plot. No, this is a present-day power struggle happening right now. The race to master AI isn't just about who builds the next cool app, it's about a race for global dominance.
So, with all these huge challenges on the table, what's the way forward? Well, Lennox proposes a response that isn't rooted in fear, but instead in a renewed confidence in what makes us, well, uniquely human.
Because ultimately, this whole conversation forces us to look in the mirror and ask the most fundamental questions. This isn't just about silicon and code anymore. It's a debate about our own identity, our value, and our place in a world that has increasingly intelligent machines in it.
So Lennox suggests kind of three-part approach. Number one, be informed. You've got to understand both the incredible benefits and the profound risks. Number two, be critical. We have to resist the hype and this reductionist view of humanity. And finally, number three, be confident. We should use this moment to re-engage with those deep, timeless questions about human nature, consciousness, and what it all means.
And that really leaves us with a final, massive question to chew on. As these machines get more and more capable, as they take over tasks we always thought were uniquely human, it forces us to get crystal clear on what's left. What is it exactly that we value most about being human?